Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your monthly reading for August. I hope you are doing well. I am going to take a quick second here to remind everyone that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Sagittarius out there. So guys, just take what resonates for you. Leave the rest for someone else. We're going to start with your current energy, Sagittarius, and then we're going to look at August week by week, all the way up to the end of August. Now, as always, don't force yourself into anything that does not resonate with you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Sagittarius? What would you like Sagittarius to know? Okay. All right, so we have the Three of Wands. It is crossed by the Chariot. In the recent past, we've had the Five of Cups. So I feel like you have gone through some changes in the recent past that left you really sad, Sagittarius. You were really looking at those, examining those. I feel like some of you were even a little depressed. You felt like love was not to be found, even though you were waiting for that love. And I see in the current energy that you're now moving forward here. I feel like you were waiting. You were waiting for love, possibly in a particular person. But I feel like now there's this energy of moving forward. So let me see why all this is happening. Show me why all this is happening. Page of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, you still have love for somebody, but I feel like you feel that you have to move forward. And I don't feel like you're apologizing for doing so. You could have been turning down new offers as well. Show me what's on Sagittarius' mind. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Deep loss. A lot of deep loss. There's a need for you to take care of yourself here, for self-care. You guys could be worried about finances as well. But I definitely feel like you've had a deep, deep loss. So let me see August. Well, you've got a new beginning in August, and if you've been having financial problems, I feel like that's going to rectify itself as well, because I see an influx of money coming in August. So there's some sort of a stable new beginning that you've been waiting for. So there is movement that's taking place here in a situation. You're getting a stable new beginning. We'll have to clarify all of that to see how that's coming about. But I also see if you've been worried about money, it could be because you're engaged in a job that you don't really love. You could be moving from that job. But I definitely see more money coming as well. So show me how Sagittarius is showing up in this reading. Show me how Sagittarius is showing up. The World in reverse. There's some kind of a cycle here that is not complete in your life. Something is incomplete. It hasn't closed out so that you can completely move forward. The energy coming towards you is the Knight of Wands. Be careful with this energy, Sagittarius, because this is somebody that's going to be moving really fast, but they could also move away just as fast. This is somebody that is going to be communicating with you, but they can sometimes be a little bit of a player, so just be careful. And we'll clarify that. Let me see Spirit's advice for Sagittarius. Show me Spirit's advice for Sagittarius, please. Oh, we can't take that. That's a lot. Let's try that again. Show me Spirit's advice for Sagittarius. There we go. Four of Pentacles. Hold on. Make sure that you're careful with your money. Don't let your guard down. Okay? Guard your energy. Let me see your outcome at the end of August. Yeah. Whatever's been worrying you, you're freeing yourself from it by the end of August. I feel like you didn't quite know what direction to go. You've been very concerned, a lot of anxiety, overthinking about something, but all of that energy is dissipating by the end of August. So that's good. That's fantastic. Bottom of the deck is the Eight of Wands. This is underlying energy, and it indicates that there's going to be a fast change here. Something is occurring very rapidly, and I feel like it's good. It's all good. It's the change you've been looking for. It could involve communication, or it could involve travel in some manner. Let's clarify, Sagittarius. Show me why the Three of Wands is here for Sagittarius. Yeah, Knight of Cups. You've been waiting for love. And it seems like that love was not coming to you. I'm hearing that song. It's an old song. You can't hurry love. You'll just have to wait. And you have been waiting. You have been waiting. Why is the Chariot here? Because now things are shifting. And again, we have the Three of Pentacles, or Three of Wands. So it's because you've been waiting for love, and now things are starting to move forward. Yeah, I feel like you've been looking for love. Oh, another one's coming. I'm getting these songs. It's so weird. They're very old songs. I'm hearing looking for love in all the wrong places. Yeah, that's so funny. All right, why is the Five of Cups here? Oh, so yeah, you felt a deep loss. That's what I was seeing earlier. It's either, yeah, it looks like somebody just kind of walked away and left you out in the cold. You felt rejected. You felt isolated. You felt like there was no love in sight, and you were waiting. You were waiting for this love, possibly waiting for a love to return to you. Let me see why the Page of Cups is in reverse. The Star card reverse. I feel like you gave up on that waiting. I feel like you were waiting and waiting and waiting, and somebody just never returned or never gave you the love that you were hoping for. You feel like you felt rejected. You felt abandoned. You went through a period of darkness, some of you, a dark night of the soul, some depression. And now the reason all this is happening, there's a shift that's taking place here, is because you have finally decided to move forward, to give up on that, because you realized that it was causing so much imbalance in your life, and you weren't getting what you wanted from the situation. So let me see, why is this Queen of Pentacles here? Could have been dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or a Cancer sign. Four of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, you just kept waiting for this loss here to change. You kept waiting for things to change in your favor. I do feel like you are going to get an unexpected surprise. I feel like there's a new beginning that is going to possibly lead to marriage. Everything is changing for you. Sagittarius, it's definitely changing, and it's going to be a rapid change, and it's going to leave your head spinning. So let's look at August. I'm very curious. Spirit, show me August for Sagittarius. Show me August for Sagittarius, please. All right. So we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, Two of Swords, Ace of Wands, Justice, the Sun, the Page of Wands, the Hermit, Seven of Pentacles reversed, Three of Coins reversed, and the Five of Swords reversed. Okay, so you've got this new beginning coming. It could also be that you have a large sum of money coming, because some of you, I feel like, you know, you've had some financial losses as well, or you've just been concerned about your finances. And Spirit is indeed telling you, be careful with your finances. But I do see a large sum of money coming to you in the month of August. But I feel like it's more than that. I feel like there is some kind of a offer, a stable new beginning that's coming into your life. And it's going to bring you, because it's combining with the 9 of Pentacles here, which equals the 10 of Pentacles. And that indicates to me that it's going to be like because the 10 of Pentacles is the everything card. It's having the finances, it's having the love, it's having the relationship and the family support. It's having everything. And so that's what I see is coming for you in August. So let's see how we're going to get there, because in the first week of August, I see you being very single, very independent, very single, and you've suffered from heartbreak. You're still suffering from some heartbreak here. And I feel like that is slowly beginning to ease up for you as you gain your independence, as you grow in your independence. I do feel like a lot of you have been praying. I feel like a lot of you have a closer connection with Spirit. But there's still this heartbreak that you're dealing with in this first week. And then I see a decision that is being made here. A decision that you want and desire justice. And I see that happening. I see that happening. There's some sort of a passionate new beginning that is happening here in the second week of August. And whatever it is very balanced and is going to make you extremely happy. Could be with a Libra or a Leo, but it's a new beginning, a passionate new beginning in the second week of August that is really balanced and is going to make you extremely happy. I see by the middle of, and there's passion here in this as well. So by the middle of it looks like a new person, Sagittarius. If I'm being completely honest, I feel like it's somebody new. But you're gonna like it. It's gonna make you really happy. Now, in the third week, I do see that you're still seeking answers with regard to a poor investment that you've made. This could be financial, and if so, you've had a loss, and it was likely due to some sort of investment. But and it was made impulsively. I see that for someone. And you're trying to figure it all out because it's caused some instability in your money or your finances. This could have been an endeavor that you went into with other people as well. Yeah, and you may not even be talking to those other people currently. So in any event, in the third week, for a lot of you though, I am seeing that you're kind of pulling back. You're kind of really pulling back. You're not really investing in something because you feel that it's not going to bring a stable foundation. You're not cooperating with the process here. That being said, you also don't want the argument. It's not being done out of ego. It's being done because, and I don't feel like it's this new relationship. It could be, but I don't feel like it is. I feel like you're trying to figure out something that went badly, a relationship that broke down because you're not investing in whatever this is anymore, but you also don't want to fight. You don't want to have any kind of disagreement. It's a decision to lean into your own clarity, not to lean into any kind of animosity. So this looks internal to me, not external. So let me see how you're showing up. It could be just you resolving this stuff from the past because it had such a huge impact on your life. But I do see something passionate, balanced, and it's going to make you happy coming in about the second or middle of the month. All right, so let's see how Sagittarius is showing up in their reading. All right, we have the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the Emperor. And we have the 10 of Wands. So you're showing up here. There is a situation that is unresolved with the World in reverse. And it's because you haven't fully walked away from it. It's because you still have some emotional tie to it. I feel like it's whatever this is from the past. But then we see you taking charge of your life somewhere around the middle of the month. And I feel like you're taking charge of everything. You're stepping into a higher energy. You have this main character energy that's going on. about the middle of the month, and you're basically knocking out all these problems. Anything that had you feeling weighed down, anything that had you feeling overwhelmed and you didn't know what direction to go, you're resolving all of that. And I see it here in your energy at the end of the month as well. So I feel like whatever this is, it's unclosed for you, this thing that's not completely closed out, you're resolving all of this by the end of the month, and it's because you're taking charge of the situation. Let me see why the Knight of Wands is here. Show me the energy coming towards Sagittarius. Okay. All right, so we have the Six of Swords. We have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. That's that new beginning. It's moving slowly. So you're going to run into somebody. You're going to feel this instant attraction to this person. This is somebody who things are going to be very stable with this person, but they've recently gone through an ending, so they're going to want to move very slow. But there's going to be, I feel like there's going to be a physical, like the two of you are going to meet, and there's going to be like this strong physical attraction here. And this person could have been playing the field. Yeah, they could have been playing the field because they're trying to move away from a loss, a connection that failed. This person could be having financial issues as well. Whatever this is that they're moving away from, I feel like they experienced a financial loss and their money is coming slower than what they wanted it to. So there is some sort of financial issue for this person. But they're definitely moving towards you. They see you as being peace. They're moving away from this loss, but they're going to be moving kind of slow. So there could be that initial boom, and then, you know, this deep attraction and possibly a physical, you know, connection. And then they're going to want to move slow because they're going to be a little gun shy from whatever they happened to them in the past. All right, so let me see Spirit's advice. Show me Spirit's advice. All right, so we have the Ten of Cups, we have the Ten of Swords, and we have the Page of Pentacles reversed. So tens are generally about endings, okay? So there's endings that are taking place here. Spirit is saying, guard your energy. Be careful with your money in particular because there is something to do with a small loss. It's not a lot. But guard your money. And also, you know, there's a sense here of you've been betrayed in the past because you didn't see it coming. You didn't see it coming. You may have walked blindly into something and you kind of got hit hard with a very painful ending because you were a little bit naive or a little bit, you just didn't see it coming. So Spirit is saying, protect your energy, you know, guard your energy. Don't just go blindly into things. Okay. Let's look at your outcome. Show me the outcome for Sagittarius. Show me the outcome at the end of August for Sagittarius. Oh, let's try that again. Show me the outcome for Sagittarius. Thank you. All right, so we have the Six of Pentacles reversed. We have the Five of Wands reversed. And we have the Seven of Cups. So you're releasing and letting go of a situation that was unbalanced here. And it was causing you a lot of anxiety. Also, I do see, because there's a sudden influx of money that's going to be coming in for you, you're letting go of anxiety regarding finances or money. This could be bills being paid off, or, you know, somehow there's a lessening of an imbalanced situation with your money as well. I feel like you kind of had to fight to get to that point, though, and you will win that battle. So if you have some sort of a financial dispute, I feel like you're going to win that. Now, with the Eight of Swords here in the reverse, the anxiety regarding an imbalanced situation or a situation that was full of lack is resolving. You're coming out of that energy. Why? Because you have options here. You definitely have options, and I feel like, you know, you're going to have more options than what you believe. There's a situation also that was very confusing to you, and somehow it's involving conflict, because I'm seeing an end to conflict in both places here. So it could be internal conflict, or it could be external conflict. If you were in a little bit of ego, I see you stepping down out of that. If you had external or internal conflict, I definitely see that ending. But I also see you looking at all your options, and you definitely have options. And you're having these options because you're kind of getting rid of the anxiety regarding imbalanced situations, regarding an imbalance in the money perhaps. So you're definitely having more options that are open to you. All right. So bottom of the deck is the Judgment card. This is underlying energy, and it does indicate to me that you are making a judgment call here. And it's going to happen suddenly, and it's going to happen because of either somebody communicating something, or it could be travel involved, but it's going to happen quickly. So, and you're going to be called upon to make a judgment call, but I feel like you're going to be making a good judgment call. I really do. And I see love coming into, well, I see passion coming into your life and something stable here. So let's look at your oracle cards. Show me any further messages for Sagittarius. I feel like that one just came off the top. I'd really rather shuffle again. It doesn't feel authentic to me. Oh, there we go. And we always take the bottom. All right, so yeah, you have number 15. It's called the Sentinel. So give me just a second, and I'm going to read that for you, Sagittarius. Hold on. Within the world you dwell in, a storm is brewing. It is visible to many so far, and most are completely unaware of its approach. They no longer notice the fall and rise of the air about them, the tightening of the pressure, or the release of rain, for they dwell within their glass towers and no longer feel a part of the elements and the dance between them. But you do, and you are aware that there is a force gathering. What its outcome will be, how it will break, and what it will do are still mysteries, but you can prepare for this storm approaching. Others will not listen. Others will see you as negative or fearful when you inform them of what it is you're preparing for. Regardless, prepare anyway. Watch and take care of what it is you need to do. This is nothing to be fearful of. It is simply advanced knowledge of a storm. And storms can damage, or they can pass by overhead and clear the air. It is wise to prepare. The sentinel of the skies, this dragon being, has come to you, and you are invited now to see things from his magical perspective, to go high above the buildings and the everyday and see the implications of the change that is coming. This gift of foresight from the friends of the Kitsune will see you well prepared for the gathering storm, and will give you foresight and enable you to look out for those who will listen. Make wise choices, preserve, take care, observe, repair, and prepare, and consider what you will do to be sure you are cared for in the future. Know that when the storm passes, for they all will, you will be standing strong and able to help others if necessary and continue with your life. You are being watched over. The sentinel will stand with you always. Ooh. All right, Sagittarius. Wow. So you have a storm coming. I personally believe we all do. There's a storm that is coming in this world as, you know, all these forces gather. So you're being given the gift of foresight into that. So follow those hunches, follow those internal, you know, directions that you're receiving to prepare for this. All right. I feel like you'll be very important in this whole thing. All right. If you have resonated with this reading, Sagittarius, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. And until I see you in your next reading, Sagittarius, know that you are loved, and namaste.